there, avid listeners. Thanks again for tuning into Sin's Workshop. Today we're going to be talking about Nobody Knows But You by Annika Moroz Reisi. I have to say this is quite possibly one of the... It's up there as far as mystery thrillers go, because I started reading this book while I was at work, and I blew through it. I couldn't put it down. I think it took me 2.5 hours to read it because I was so entranced. I was so enthralled. I was captivated by the storytelling. And I really think what Reisi has done here is quite compelling. Now, I think one of the best things about the story is the way she has structured the story and the way she has decided to tell the story. It's incredibly engaging, like I said, but the reason is why it's engaging. So the structure of the story follows Kayla. She is writing letters to her friend Layla. Now, she does make a lot of death jokes, so you're kind of wondering, is Layla dead? Is she doing this as a form of therapy to write letters to her dead friend? But then you find out, Layla is in prison for murder. Now, I think that was amazing because there's so much misdirection that the author doesn't give anything away. So when it's revealed that Layla is in prison, you're like blown out of the water. You're like, what? And then you're just completely more engaged in the story, in my personal opinion. I certainly was. I was just like, what is happening right now? And I really enjoyed the structure of the story because of that. Because the author doesn't really give anything away. And she does use a lot of shifting in the narrative to make the reader question, is this an unreliable narrator or not? There's also a lot of police reports and interviews with other, campgoers, because the death did happen at camp. So you are kind of wondering what exactly happened at camp, and you're given a deeper insight into Kayla's relationship with Lainey and Lainey's boyfriend. So there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of turmoil, and you're given an outside look on the relationship as well as an inside look into the relationship. There's a lot going on in the story that I really do think makes for a compelling read, because you're given that biased look at their friendship and you're given the unbiased look at their friendship. You're given an outside look, and I really do think that outside look on the whole dynamic is a good addition to the plot line. It does create tension, it does create this air of atmosphere, and it does make the reader wonder what happened here, what's going on. And I love her use of misdirection, because when it finally got to that revelation at the end, I was completely thrown. I didn't see it coming, and I love a book when I don't see it coming. I think I've said that before in previous reviews. I like it when a novel is unpredictable, especially when it's a mystery like this. So there is so much going on that lends itself to being captivating and compelling and completely 100% enthralling. Now, I think it works really well, this misdirection and these different sort of mediums to tell the story, because they're all paced very well, and you're not really taken out of the story. Yeah, it shifts perspectives, it does shift ways to tell the story, but it remains compelling, it remains captivating, because you're not really sure what is going on, what is happening here. And I personally really liked that aspect of the story. I really did enjoy that aspect of the storytelling. And I think, I can't stress this enough. I think Reese did such a great job with this story. I definitely recommend it. It was such a quick read. I was completely sucked in. I loved all her misdirection. I loved the use of style with her writing. And I really did think it was a captivating thriller. It really did keep me at the edge of my seat, and I really do think it is a unique story as well. I really haven't read something like this in quite some time. So when a story is as engaging as this, I really do think it is worth reading. Because, like I said, it does have strong characterization, but it's not really character-driven story. It is plot-driven. It is driven by the mystery. It is driven by the who, what, when, where, why, and how kind of questions. So it's like a game of Clue without being Clue. You know what I mean? It's just very engaging in that respect because it keeps the reader on their toes. And I know I've already said that, but I really can't stress it enough. That is what's key here with this story, and that is what makes this story really engaging overall. So, highly recommend this book. I give 4.5, 5 stars because it's a novel that stuck with me. You know, it's a novel I would love to read again if I had the time. I just get so many books to read that I've got so many books to read. Don't even get me started. But this is a novel I would put on my read again pile because of how compelling it is and how compelling that narrative is and how well written and structured it is. It doesn't lose the reader. It sucks you in because you're given pieces here and there of the mystery, and you're as eager to solve it as anyone else. And you're wondering what happened. What happened to Lainey's boyfriend? So I didn't see it coming. You might, I didn't see that ending coming. I thought it was really good. But yeah, definitely highly recommend it. So I'm going to go ahead and once again give it 4.5, 5 stars. You can go ahead and purchase the book off of bookshop.org. Please purchase off of bookshop.org. A percentage of all proceeds do go to supporting booksellers if you purchase off of bookshop.org. Heck, purchase on Barnes & Noble too. If you want to go to something you're more familiar, you can get the book off of IndieBound, Books A Million. Please support your bookstores, and please do not just purchase the book off of Amazon. I cannot stress that enough. As someone who shops on Amazon pretty much every week, I understand the addiction. But like I said, I shop on them every week. They get enough of my money. With everything else I buy, I think books should be exclusively sold on bookstores. So please purchase off bookstores. Now, money's tight, which, I get it. I certainly get it. Please check out the book from your local library. Again, libraries are a great resource, and they can give you ebooks. They can give you audiobooks. You can download an app called Libby or Overdrive and get digital copies from your local library. All you need is a library card. And you can sign up for a digital library card so that you can get ebooks and audiobooks very easily. I do it all the time. It's really nifty. And I hope you'll continue to support me by liking this podcast and sharing it with all your book-loving friends. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.